Welcome to another episode of Laum. By the way, do you remember this? Yes, to us, it may seem funny because we are on the other side, but it's a different story for those who experience it firsthand. We have someone with us today who experienced the Afghan War firsthand. Friends, Ken. Hi, Ken. How are you?
I am doing good.
Okay. How are you now?
I've been in the Philippines for 4 months now, and I'm still coping up and trying to figure things out because everything is new since I got home. So it's about adjusting to major shift and changes.
Why were you in Afghanistan in the first place?
Well, before going to Afghanistan, I was in Indonesia. And in Indonesia, I met some Afghan refugees. And there I started to pray for the country. And so an opportunity came last 2018. I said yes to go to Afghanistan, and I became a missionary there. And I
Wow.
spent 3 years in Afghanistan as a missionary.
Wow, that was quite a long time, 3 years. So, we heard in the news that the Taliban entered. When did that happen?
It was August 15, 2021, last year.
Oh my gosh. So, Ken, what did you do after the Taliban took over?
After the Taliban took over, we decided to leave the country because some foreigners already left even before the Taliban came. So we attempted to go to the airport. We attempted to go through Abbey Gate, where we met Talibans, and this Taliban pointed his gun at us and shoot his gun on the floor. Good thing our feet wasn't hit, so that's the thing. And that was the first attempt. Second attempt, the next day, we tried to get an escort, and we go through another gate this time is the Kasaba Road. And in the Kasaba Road, there we heard some news that others who tried to get out were being tear gassed. So we just decided that, it's not a good point to go there. So we back off again. And the travel time from our office to the airport will be 2 hours travel, not including the traffic. So
Oh.
that's the distance of traveling every day.
So,
And
after those, can you remember of any highlight wherein um, it will show that going out of Afghanistan was really that hard?
yeah, I think it was the fourth attempt where we go to another gate. This time it's the north gate. Of course, that don't make sense to any one of you because you haven't seen the airport. But just there's a tall wall, maybe around 10 feet high tall. We saw children being thrown to the other side of other side of the wall, and the babies are crying and screaming, and who knows if those baby will be catch on the other side of the wall. So the parents on the other side were just hoping for the best, that if they will throw these babies there, maybe they will be saved or something. And they are also afraid of that. And just the face and the shout, screams of those people in the airport terrorized me already, and it's traumatic.
Oh,
And my friend climbed that wall, showed his passport, telling the soldier that, hey, I'm a foreigner, I have to get inside. But then the American soldier just pointed his gun at him and said, go down or I'll shoot you. And he just ignored all the documents and passports. And that's traumatizing already to just witness. And it's really tiring because you don't just go directly to the gate. You have to go to the crowd and it will take you like 3 to 4 hours before you could actually reach the gate because the crowd is so thick.
If you could describe the ambience, what was the ambience?
Chaotic. It's like you don't want to be stuck in that situation because everyone was screaming, babies were crying, mothers were hysterical, she cannot find her family, fathers are carrying their dead babies. It was just crazy, and I don't know how I survived just going through that crowd.
Okay, so after all those trials, after all those hardship, going to and from the airport, what made you decide to really push through the going out of Afghanistan?
Okay, we have a lot of reasons to get out of the country. First, our family is expecting us to be out of the country. Our organization is trying to get us out of the country. Our teammates are already outside and they worry about us if we stay in the country. Plus, it's also my birthday.
Oh.
So my birthday is coming, and me and our team are just planning to celebrate my birthday somehow outside Kabul.
So when was that? If you can remember, when was the deciding point?
August 25,
Nice.
the day before my 32nd birthday.
And your 32nd birthday will be on the,
On
August
August
26th. Okay, so you have a plan, I guess.
We have a plan. We contacted our American friends to let us in, and that they will just wait at the gate to welcome us when we get there. But that didn't happen because it was a fail. So a lot of things happened.
So you plan to stick together.
We
how,
plan-
how many were you?
There were three of us, my friend, our local staff, and then me. So three of us, we plan to stick together. Whatever happens, we won't let go of each other. But then it was just chaotic. There's riot. People were fighting against each other. Some people are going towards the gate. Others people are coming coming back from the gate, telling us, "Don't go. It's a hopeless case. So just go home and stay there with your family." But we just push through and we go with it.
Did you approach someone when you were already in the airport?
We already approached someone who is inside the airport. And that person just told us, "Do your best to get to the gate and we will help you get to the flight."
Okay, in the gate, did you notice soldiers?
Soldiers, there are so many soldiers there. So the three of us, we were going towards the gate, but there's riot and chaos and problem. I got separated with them. I lost my eyeglasses. Everything went blurry. And I'm so tired and thirsty. I'm mentally stressed, physically stressed as well. And I just let the people push me to left and right in different direction. I just go through the motion. Then I reach the gate. As soon as I reached the gate, I told the soldier that I recognized, told him that, "Sir, I'm a Filipino. I have an American friend inside.
Yes.
We have a flight to catch. Please let us in." But then the soldier answered, "I don't care if you're a Filipino. I don't care about your American friend. I'm a fucking British. Back off or I'll shoot you." He pointed his gun at me.
But what did you do after he said that to you?
After he said that, I just stepped back, and remembering the previous encounters with the Talibans, I just said, I have to back out. So I stepped back, and because I'm so weak, I fell on the ground, and people started to walk all over me.
Oh.
While they're walking all over me, I was just thinking that, "Lord, if you would want me to die this way, It's okay. At 32, I will die happy.
So you talk to God.
I was talking to God while people are walking all over me.
What specifically did you tell God?
I just told God, Lord, I will die happy if you would give me the chance to die worshiping you. So, Lord, just let me worship you. And so I started to sing. And while singing, there's this memory flashing back. And I remembered how he saved me from my three suicide attempts. Like,
Oh.
I remembered it clearly. Just God just showed it to me. Like, Ken, those 3 times that you committed suicide.
What was the first time?
The first time, I was grade 6. I was grade 6. I committed suicide because a minor problem at home. Second, I heard my mom and dad talking about finances. That was when I was in high school. And then third time when I was in college. Because I don't feel like I'm living the purpose. I don't have a purpose at all. That's what I'm thinking. But then the Lord just showed me, Ken, I rescued you on those 3 suicide attempts.
So during that time, you remember that God gave me a purpose.
God gave me a purpose.
And whether I die today or not, it's okay. I'm serving the purpose that God has given me.
I am so at peace that I am gonna die in Afghanistan, in the land where He called me to be. I am so at peace that I am gonna die with Afghan people whom He loves.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'll just keep on. While thinking about these memories, everything happened. What I did in Afghanistan, the people I talked to, I discipled, and then how He journeyed with me. It's just amazing how God gave me songs to sing and memory verses like Psalm 23. It became so real that He is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want.
Wow.
He leads me in green pastures. Then I turned to my left. I saw that man dead because he got stuck with a barbed wire.
Oh.
Turned to my left, and then a woman was there, dead also because people walked all over her. And I was like, this is not the kind of green pastures that I imagined, Lord. Am I gonna die like them?
Okay, after all those flashbacks and whatnot, how did you manage to go back to reality?
Well, I just heard people screaming, shouting, help, help, save us, rescue us, let us out. And then I started to sing. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. I'm singing that song repeatedly without the intention of being heard. But the more I sing, I notice that my voice gets louder and louder, and I don't know where is that strength coming from.
Wow, that was amazing. What
And
happened
then-
while singing?
While I was singing, I was just surprised that one man shouted, "Someone's alive!" And he started pushing the people who are stepping on me, "Step aside, she's alive, she's alive." And then they made me stand and poured water on my face just to get me back to my consciousness. And then while they are shouting, "She's alive,"
Wow.
in my heart, I'm shouting, "God is alive! God is alive! He
Amazing.
is with me. I experience Him there."
Yeah.
And so those men who helped me just led me to the wall to make me rest. And I'm amazed how they showed kindness to a stranger like me. Like, they have their own lives, they have their own family to take care of, but they chose to help a stranger.
Amazing. That was a miracle right there and then. Could you say?
Yes, it is a miracle. And I just leaned on the wall, took a deep breath, that boom explosion happened. So I just can't believe how God rescued me from that stampede. That was, I guess, 3 to 5 hours, more or less, ordeal being stepped upon. And then that stampede, that explosion, then someone pushed me very hard. I reached the other side of the gate. As soon as I landed on the ground, another soldier landed right in front of me. And that soldier died. So I pushed that soldier and I saw him not breathing anymore. And I was just thankful that if not for that soldier, I would be dead. If he did not took all the impact of the explosion, it would have been me. But God is so good. He allowed that soldier to be present right there. And I turned my back from where I came from, and I just saw like a movie scene. If you've seen Hacksaw Ridge, it's like that. A movie scene that people were just headless, dripping in blood. And I don't know how to feel. I wanted to cry, I wanted to scream, I wanted to be angry at that point. But I didn't. I just crawled my way out of the explosion site. And then Psalm 91 resonated. Even 1,000 will fall on your left, another 1,000 on your right, no harm will fall on you. And as I was crawling in the mud mixed of dust and blood, I remembered Psalm 23 again. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Well, good for David, he was walking. I am crawling, like literally crawling. And
So you would say that you regained your strength.
I gained my strength thanks to the scriptures. Those are precious reminders.
What was the first thing you do after you regained your
After I
strength?
regained my strength, I just asked for water. But there's no water around. So I saw a pile of garbage. For the first time in my life, I pulled some trash from the pile of garbage.
So Kebs na, bahala na.
I don't care what bacteria, what disease the person has.
Oh, Kebs na lahat.
I'm just thirsty, and so I drank water, and I really thank God for that water, how He supplied. And after that, I am near the soldiers' camp. I asked the soldier to just help me, and he didn't help me. The soldier didn't help me at all.
Oh my gosh.
But there was a family that I
Okay.
met there, and they told me their story. I told them my story, and the following day they helped me go back to my office, and there I met my friend and our staff, and we celebrated.
What is the reason for the celebration, if you could say?
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
We are all alive. So
Okay.
because they told me that they did not sleep the whole night. They were just praying for my safety. And I am just amazed how God saved me. And I could really say that God is alive and He saves.
Wow.
And so we just celebrated my birthday and my another birthday. So my second life. So I'm just amazed. Until now, I still can't believe that I'm alive.
Amazing.
Because I have no wounds at all. I just have bruises, but no wounds.
It was really a miracle right there. So I'm just curious. After all those things, how did you go back to the Philippines? I'm sure they're also curious, the people that are watching.
Well, going back to the Philippines, it's another miracle that happened. Because I lost all my documents and passport at the airport. But 2 months later, someone emailed me that he found all my passports
Wow.
and documents. So we negotiated and I got my passport back.
Oh.
But we did not travel back immediately because airports were closed, borders were closed. So we stayed in Kabul for 4 months.
So you experienced the
I
Taliban
experienced
regime.
the Taliban regime. I experienced how to be locked up in a house because I'm a woman and women are not free to get out and do other chores because to them, women are supposed to be in the house. Women are supposed to be homemakers. And
Para lang parang you are in a prison, alive but can't get out.
exactly how I feel. We buried all our Bibles and Christian books in the ground.
If the government will
If the
find out,
if they
what will
found out,
happen to you?
yeah, the worst thing that they can do is kill us.
Oh.
Yeah. So to to avoid that, we just dig the ground, buried all our Bibles, all our Christian books, and every day we would just remember a verse that God spoke to us. And during those times, Isaiah 43 was really strong. Fear not, I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. Finally, December 9, the airport opened,
Oh.
and then a trip to Dubai was available. So we booked the ticket. God made a miracle. He provided for that very expensive ticket.
Oh, how much was that? But anyway.
Very
Don't mention.
expensive ticket. It's a
Okay.
crisis price. So, cut the long story short, we were able to get out of Kabul. December 9, we came in Manila, had our quarantine, and it's so surreal, Lord. We're here, we're alive.
Finally, you're here. I am talking to you. After all you went through, what's your biggest realization?
God is real.
Oh.
God is Emmanuel. And He will stick to His name. He will always be there for us. And God is still doing miracles. He did not stop making miracles.